Yo, what up? I'm back at you. It's me again, Mike Cardi. We about to get Yo, what up? I'm back at you. Yes, I'm about to get into Miss Iyanla. You already know last night's episode was crazy with Miss Nikita and Miss Alicia. You know, Nikita is 32 years old and she got all these damn kids. She got 6 of them and 5 different baby daddies. And the title actually was funny because it was like, you know, 6 kids, 5 baby daddies, and not a clue. And I was like, well, damn, either her ass is just gullible as hell and she just keep having kids, or she done been suffering through some shit in her life or whatever, and this is what's going on. Anywho, nevertheless, Miss Alicia, your ass is better than me, girl. Because as soon as she would have been shipping them damn kids back, I'd have been stamping return to sender on them like, girl, you're not about to keep dang on having offspring and then leaving me to take care of them. That's not what it's about. You know, I be investing in you some stock and damn plan B or something. Buy you a damn warehouse of it, because obviously the damn birth control that you started on at age 12 is not working. Okay? Anywho, let's say, this thing was kind of crazy. You know, Nikita writes in because she was pretty much trying to mend their relationship with her mom, because they've been at odds with each other for the past 10 years, because Nikita's mother, Miss Alicia, has had her children since 2007. Well, she had her youngest, her oldest child at 18 or whatever, and her youngest child is currently 4 weeks old or whatever. So this is what's going on. Apparently she done had these kids or whatever. They had some court situations going on. The mother got custody of the kids. She tried to handle them on her own by moving down to Atlanta and starting to strip and everything, and that didn't work out, so she ended up shipping the other, you know, 3rd and 4th child up there. Somewhere along the lines, she mentions about meeting a guy at a gas station or whatever. He ends up taking advantage of her, and I think that is how she ended up with like the 5th kid or something. So that's like a totally different situation from the other ones where she was willingly wanting to have these kids or whatever. Anywho, you know, Iyanla is just prying all this stuff out of her or whatever. And then she gets to, you know, well, what's going on with the last baby? Like, why doesn't the mother have her, have that baby or whatever? Because I don't know if it's a him or her. And she's like, you know, because he's with me or whatever, you know. And she just kind of, you know, really kind of nonchalant about the situation. So, Iyanla's kind of like, okay, girl, so you got this kid, you don't have the rest of them. Okay, why aren't you married to this dude? Why aren't y'all in a relationship and everything? Like, what's going on? Is he married? And she's kind of reluctant to say anything. And we already knew right then and there or whatever that the dude was married or whatever. Because at least I did. I don't know about y'all here, because I was looking at her like, okay, girl, you leaving something out, because the fact that you don't have the rest of your kids, but you choosing to take care of this one right here, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just me or whatever. So Iyanla's kind of like, girl, you need to pull that damn shit together, because you pretty much supposed to be a mom 24/7. You don't get the right to damn ship your kids out whenever you want to or whatever. And plus, on top of that, you need to be able to provide a stable environment for them, period, or whatever, which is just right or whatever. If you're going to keep having these fucking kids, at least be able to take care of them. Don't keep shipping them out, because now you causing somebody else to take care of your burden. And like I say, Miss Alicia, you crazy as fuck, because ain't no damn way my ass would be taking care of all them damn kids. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just saying. Period. I understand your daughter's trying to get herself together and everything. She said that she's trying to go to school and all this and the third. But once you know, it come a time point where you got to put your foot down. Shit, you should have been recommending her ass to some dang on tubal ligation or something, honey. Anywho, so pretty much, you know, dang on, she actually admits to having sex with the married man or whatever. After, you know, Iyanla had to pry the shit out of her, because that's probably an embarrassing moment for her. You know, she don't want to admit on camera that she appeared, you know, pretty much aiding and abetting an affair or whatever with a married person. I understand that, but girl, Iyanla had to let the girl know, like, don't fucking be doing something that you ashamed to talk about, period, okay? So she goes on to be like, I was on birth control at age 12 or whatever, because Iyanla was asking her, like, okay, what's going on? Was you sexually active and everything early? And then she explains that, she lost her virginity at age 12, and a neighborhood dude had pretty much coerced her or talked her into becoming a woman. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship that she had with her mom at that time, but that should be a conversation that you should be having with your mama, period, or whatever. Some type of trusted female adult figure or whatever. Not some neighborhood dude or whatever, at that time. But I don't know what kind of child she was at age 12 or whatever. I mean, she was already on birth control. I mean, but that could have been to regulate her, a period or something like that. So I don't know. But whatever, dang on. The dude orchestrated this whole train to be ran on her with at least 5 dudes in the neighborhood ranging from ages 12 to 20 years old. So they had her in the house for a whole day from sun up to sundown, pretty much just dang on going to town on her. So by the time she left, she was dang on bloody, and she could barely walk or whatever, and she was really feeling violated, and all her innocence had been taken. And I guess that's what she was introduced to, as being a woman. So that's what she seeks her validation from men from, is giving up her vagina and every dang on thing. Like I say, girl, you ain't got to do all that. Dang gonna have a little self-respect for yourself or whatnot. That happened then. Let's try to move past it. I'm glad you seeked out to Miss Iyanla so she can get down to some things. Because, yeah, like, that ain't cute right there, But it happened to you, and you just got to find a way to keep on moving forward. But, like I say, she gonna always look for that validation through giving up that ass. That's it. Or whatever, okay? So, anywho, Iyanla, she's really, touched by this whole story and everything like that. And, she just asked her to have, has she ever had faith and hope in herself or whatnot. And, Nikita's like, I never really have or whatnot. So, at this point, Iyanla's through her. She's like, okay, I didn't know what the mama was doing in this situation right here. So, boom, let's move along. Dang on, she sits down with Miss Alicia or whatever, and she pretty much like, I was doing what was best for my daughter or whatever. I had her at age 14. I ain't really had no help around the house. And I did the best that I could. So she asks her, how did you get 5 out of 6 kids or whatever? So she tells her about the whole court situation and everything. And, pretty much, she took them because she felt guilty or whatever inside. So, Iyanla's like, what's going on? You should have known it was a problem that your daughter is sending the damn children in the mail like fruit or whatever. Like, I mean, come on now. She sent you a 1-year-old. Like, who doesn't want to be there to care for their 1-year-old? And it's actually a legitimate question. And that right there, she should have been dang on sitting down having a legit conversation with her daughter to let her know, like, look, okay, we need to do something about this situation. We need to calm this whole damn thing down, because at some point in time, you gonna need to get all these damn kids back. At least that's the conversation I be having. Have like, look, girl, you gonna keep having them? Let me go ahead and give them back to you, whatever, But we ain't gonna be doing no more. That's how I would have been, whatever. So, Iyanla's, questioning her and everything like that, and she lets the dang on mother know, Miss Alicia, like, your daughter wrote in because she was trying to mend a relationship with you all, like. That's what this whole thing is about, so that she can be able to establish a relationship with her kids and regain custody eventually, or whatever. So, that's what they little talk or whatever. So, Miss Alicia says how, she was really protective because she didn't want the kids to go through a bothered situation where they would go through some type of sexual abuse or whatnot, because she went through that as a child or whatever. And come to find out, her daughter, Nikita, ended up going through that too, because her boyfriend at the time was saying that, was coming over to check her because they suspected that she was having sex or whatever. So he comes over to do a vaginal check on her or whatever, to check her for any type of sexual abuse. Not the mother, which is crazy as fuck, okay? And he ends up sexually molesting her and also, disciplining her at the same time. And whenever Nikita came out the room, the mother realized that she wasn't the same. She gonna be like, did he do anything to you? Did he do anything to you? Bitch, like, why the fuck was you not up there damn doing the damn gonna check on her? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you done about pissed me the fuck off in that situation, girl. Like, for real, for real. Why would you let this man go up there and check your daughter if you suspected that she was having sex or whatever? Why did you not, like, come on now or whatever? But at this point in time, apparently, you know, she did reveal that that Nikita had started acting out and everything, and at around that age, and she really didn't know how to deal with her. So that's why she did. But I'm like, bitch, that ain't no damn excuse for you to let some grown-ass man to come check your fucking teenage daughter to see if she's been having sex or whatever. That's just a conversation that y'all need to have, or you need to go spread her legs your damn self or whatnot. So you set your own daughter up for fucking failure, bitch. And I ain't got no, you know, no remorse for your motherfucking ass, because that right there was uncalled for, okay? I went on my rant. I'm sorry. But, like, I know y'all was looking at the screen the same fucking way. Like, bitch, like, why would you let this man go up there and check your fucking daughter? What kind of shit is that? Okay? Anyhow, dang on, you know, like I say, the mother reveals, like, at this point in time, age around, like, age 11, 12, this is when she started acting out and stuff. And what Iyanla, like, well, did you know that your daughter was, you know, bothered? Did you know that she was sexually molested and everything? And not just from what you're talking about, but 5 dudes actually ran a train on her. And, you know, she's been, you know, traumatized from that situation. She's like, you know, she starts crying like, I didn't know that, or whatever, whatever. Anywho, Iyanla wants to get the two together. So she bring these two together, whatever, and, you know, at this point, Miss Alicia's like, I did the best I could as a mother. She keeps with this whole thing, I did the best I could, and we understand that. But Iyanla, like I say, she had to let her know, like, girl, maybe your best wasn't good enough or whatever. Maybe you could have did a little bit more. Anywho, pretty much, she asks Miss Alicia, you know, what were you ashamed of and everything? She's like, I was ashamed that I had her at age 14 or whatever. I'm ashamed that, you know, I was pretty much a hidden baby because I was the result of an affair or whatever. So the father never really paid me no attention. So at this point in time, Iyanla looks over at Nikita like, don't this sound like your situation? Like, you up here having an affair with a married man, so like the whole cycle continues or whatever. Anywho, so dang on Miss Alicia, she reveals how she was married and she was in an abusive relationship and everything like that, and she pretty much created the same environment, you know what I'm saying, that Nikita was gravitating to as far as with men, like abusive men and everything like that. So there again, it's like this whole saga and everything. So Iyanla asks, how did the mother get the kids initially? And so this is where Nikita's like, okay, I had my brother, his best friend was on his way up to Milwaukee for Thanksgiving, so I told him to hop in the dang on truck with him or the car with him, and I sent them on the way. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, you just send your damn kids with strangers. I understand you may know him, but your kids could have been abducted or something like that. Like, who does that? And then on top of that, the time travel from fucking Atlanta to Milwaukee, that's a long damn time frame, and I'm pretty sure they may have been driving or something. Like, who does that? Like, that's an unsupervised trip. You don't know what the hell could have happened, and you just expecting your kids to show up at your mother's doorstep, and your mother should have been calling and cussing you the fuck out, okay? Let me just go ahead and be honest with you, because I'd have been like, what the fuck is you doing? Or whatever. Don't pull no fuck shit like that ever again. Come on now, that's very fucking irresponsible, but her mother never really taught her how to be responsible, and how to, you know, do things accordingly, but I can sit here and say that, but at the same time, you know, it got to be some type of common sense, some type of adult sense that kicks in, or parental sense that kicks the fuck in, or whatever, period, okay? Anywho, so Iyanla's like, okay, so what would have happened if, you know, your kids would have been bothered, or they would have been taught how to become a man by this best friend? She's like, oh no, he wouldn't have done nothing like that. Well, how the fuck can you be so sure? I'm sure you didn't think that your mother's boyfriend would have did some shit like that to you, but he did, or whatever. Like, come on now, don't be so fucking gullible, or whatever. And that's what I'm getting for this whole thing. That's why this shit said no clue at the damn beginning. Because this bitch had no damn clue or whatnot. Okay? Anywho, like I say, that just, she had a few things that annoyed me in this whole thing. Anywho, so, she pretty much tells, you know, her mom, her whole side of the story, how the dudes had, you know, ran the train on her and all this stuff like that, or, you know, from her point of view. And, like I say, the mom and stuff, she was, you know, saying that she was clueless, you know, to the whole fact. She was letting her know. And y'all, like, y'all need to go have some other daughter time, because y'all got some things to talk about or whatever in this thing. And I'm sending y'all to the movies, but before you go, I'm giving you these eggs. And these eggs is going to represent your daughters, children that you holding the burden on. As soon as she gets them eggs start dropping like a motherfucker, rolling up out of her hand. Excuse me, and Iyanla like, girl, that lets you know right there, like, look what's going on. That's more than you can bear. Okay? So anywho, they the next day come from the dang movies or whatever. And you know, she asks Nikita, like, how did it feel watching your mom with these eggs? She like, you know, I wanted to help her and stuff. She like, okay, that's what you got to do out here in this life or whatnot. Anywho, pretty much they going through this whole thing or whatnot, talking about the mother's boyfriend and how, you know, he took her innocence at a young age, and she's still living in that childhood state, and therefore she can't get out of that preteen era or whatever from whenever she was molested. And so that's what she reverts back to whenever it comes to men or whatever. So she tells her, like, look, you need to make sure that you having this conversation with your daughter. And so Nikita's like, oh, I tells my daughter all the time, make sure you ain't giving it up. Well, I'm like, girl, you got to be leading by example. Okay, you got to be leading by example. Because, you know, your daughter going to be sitting there looking at you like, girl, you got 5 damn baby daddies. How is you telling me this or whatever? But hopefully, you know, hopefully that's the daughter that's living with the dang, that should be the daughter that's living with the grandma or whatever. So hopefully she ain't seeing her mother's actions or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they all be sitting there talking, them children. They be talking like, oh, my daddy this, my daddy this. So I don't know, you know. I'm pretty sure they are having that conversation. Anyhow, so Iyanla, you know, they tell each other to forgive and forget each other, you know, forgive and forget. And they had this whole apology moment and stuff. Alicia apologized for not being a good enough mother and everything. So at this point, Iyanla brings out some musical chairs and stuff, and it's called The Issues of Life. And they sit on this thing about guilt and shame and stuff. And this is where Alicia's talking about how she is, you know, she feels shameful about having her at a young age. She feels guilty about, you know, taking her kids and stuff and not, you know, putting her foot down. She also says she feels, you know, shameful about not being able to finish school and get her high school diploma because she ended up having Nikita at an early age or whatnot. And, you know, pretty much Nikita, she's going through her whole little thing like, you know, she feels lonely because she didn't have her baby daddies there whenever she was giving birth and all this. And Iyanla lets her know, like, look, girl, you know, you seeking validation in these men, but you don't know what real love is. When the real love comes, you're going to know. And he going to show you unconditionally, you know what I'm saying, real love doesn't hurt or anything like that. You know, she just pretty much telling her, like, you know, you never really experienced commitment and a real man in your life or whatever. Whenever you do, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be all good. And she asked her that she had dreams and visions or whatever, you know, and she said that she does or whatever. Like I say, it was a nice little moment that they was having with the musical chairs and stuff. So she ends up asking her, you know, what are your standards if you are sitting here sleeping with this married man or whatever. So this is where the whole shit kind of went south with the girl, because she didn't want nobody, she didn't want Iyanla bringing that shit up or whatever, no damn more. Or whatever. She like, okay, we can talk about everything else but that, because that's the one thing that I'm shameful of or whatever. But I'm like, girl, you know, if you doing that shit, own it or whatever, like, for real, like, don't be scared of your damn hoisms, for real. If you tooting that thing up, you having your little affair, don't hide in the damn closet, honey, because this shit's gonna come to the light eventually, bitch, okay? For real, for real. So, and plus on top of that, you know, ain't like you told the damn man name, you know, Iyanla just asking you, like, what kind of example are you setting or whatever, and what kind of standards do you have whenever you doing this? So, anyhow, like I say, girl, own your hoisms, girl, own it. So at this point, Nikita starts to shut down. Iyanla's like, girl, I done got through to you. What's the tea, girl? What's the tea? She being real catty and shady with her. She like, okay, she done shut all the way down. Why you upset? Because I'm telling your ass the truth with this thing, girl. So anyhow, you know, she gets over there and, you know, and Nikita's kind of like, you know, I just don't like things that's, you know, my flaws thrown up in my face, and that's any damn body. Nobody wants to hear they had their shit thrown up in their face, so I feel her on that. So, but Iyanla trying to get through to you, girl, and you know, it's good that you able to talk about these things, because that's where the healing comes into place, okay? Anyhow, Nikita talks about you know, her childhood traumas affecting her adulthood and everything like that. And this is where Iyanla's like, you know what I'm saying, you know, unhealed people, you know, create, you know, unhealed situation, unhealed conditions or whatnot, whatever, some shit like that. She said she asked for them to do a prayer and to ask to God for help. Then she pretty much asked them to write down some stuff that she wants them to wants them to get help with her, like a homework assignment. You know what I'm trying to say. You know how she always get homework. Anyhow, so what's going on here? Dang on this is where Iyanla's pretty much just kind of reinforcing to her, like, y'all got to break this whole cycle of pathology and everything, and how y'all just got to pretty much, you know, set an example for the future kids and everything. And Miss Alicia's like, you know, I don't want to be a bad example, you know, and Iyanla's like, girl, you done already done that. What you got to do is just start remolding and rebranding yourself and everything. Well, by the end of this whole episode, we come to find out that dang on Miss Nikita did not leave a married man, but her and Miss Alicia are having a great relationship so far. So, you know, it's a lot to take from this. You know, young women, you know, don't be selling your body out here. Don't be out here feeling like you got to have sex with a man, because I think that fifth guy, or the married man, was like, you know what I'm saying, he met her and was like, you know, I want you to have my baby, and she ended up having it. Like, don't do no stupid shit like that, because you don't know if he's going to be around. Then on top of that, you already know the situation at hand. Like, that's stupid as fuck, you know. But, you know, some people sign up for the fuck shit. But, Nikita, I hope y'all work that thing on now. I hope you get all your kids back. And I hope you, you know, really figure out what you want to do with your life. That way you can provide a great future for them, you know, because, you know, I think after this, you're going to need some more counseling. And Iyanla needs to be writing extra, you know, recommendations to go here, there, and everywhere after she finishes her show. Because, you know, she only got but so much certifications up under her damn belt, okay? Anywho, we're going to check you on the next damn episode. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe, like, the share. Alright, I love you all. Love you all. Bye.